It's a concept album by an original idea from John Schaefer, like a person who is condemned by religion and who just goes on like a journey all over the place, and just I think he kills a whole bunch of people. He starts exterminating, but then I think he's like condemned to hell afterwards. It's kind of an interesting story, and it's fun listening along with the lyrics as well. The artwork the original is really cool. It's like this like snowy badass Viking dude on like horseback with an axe, and it's like ice behind him. So John Schaefer came out in his first albums of Iced Earth, came out all guns blazing, hoping to succeed with like the underground idea that Metallica did. Now the problem was Iced Earth, the debut, came out in the year 1990. Now this type of stuff was famous during this time, but only because of bands that had built up all this potential. Now when you kind of try to start out in 1990, when metal's like about to die very soon, and Metallica would kind of end the whole underground idea with the Black Album. It's a band that I'd say pretty much was completely late to the party, and I'm really sad about that because they deserved more attention than they got. I think they were playing like very, very small crowds, if not like if any crowds at all. Now another important thing is they have a new singer on this album. I can't remember his name, but he definitely gives a better vocal performance. So Angel's Holocaust is completely badass. It's not an epic, but it's very, very epic. They have some like keyboardy type of stuff, which you can see on power metal, but this album is way heavier all the way through. There may not be as many memorable riffs as on the debut or on Burnt Offerings, but the song structures are just so amazing, and there's so much progressiveness to it that it is a little bit better. There's a lot of like slow parts as well. There's so much progression and changes and like backing vocals, and here's one song to take away from this review. It's Angel's Holocaust. Maybe you'll get into the whole album from it. It's so amazing. Stormrider starts out slow, like he's showing off his nice voice that he's got, acoustics. All of a sudden, it just blasts in this thrashy riff, and it just drives the whole song home. The next song, Path I Choose, is definitely interesting. It took me a little bit longer to get into it compared to the first two songs. Then I realized there was something amazing about it. There's only, I think, one verse and chorus at the beginning, then it goes in this amazing instrumental section. Well, for what this album lacks for a great instrumental, like the last one had a funeral, which was incredible. Two songs off this that I remember, maybe even three, have amazing instrumental sections that make up for that. And this song definitely does. It's very thrashy, great lyrics and great heavy singing. The singer definitely shines on this song with the chorus. Now, Iced Earth is known to not have very many good solos or memorable solos. A lot of them are just kind of shredding. But the lead parts, like just the higher notes that go over top of it, the ones that they have are so amazing and add so many cool layers to every song. And this song excels at that. Now, there's also two little, maybe like 1 minute songs in this album. This first one's called Before the Vision. I really like it because he has his singing, the singer's singing is amazing on it. And it's got some acoustics and very nice lyrics as well. The next song is definitely an interesting one called Mystical End. It doesn't have as many like thrashy vocals, and sometimes it kind of comes off a little awkward and off key, and I used to hate this song for a while, but now I really like it. Out of the main songs, it's probably the weakest, but I still like the song, and it's definitely memorable in a good way. The next song, another kind of like Angel's Holocaust, and Iced Earth and Colors. Next song, Desert Rain, is a classic Iced Earth song, and I believe a live staple as well, called Desert Rain. It's so thrashy and cool all the way through. It reminds me a lot of Power Slave from Iron Maiden. I remember it also has a nice instrumental section, and it's very, very, very progressive. Pure Evil. It's very similar to the Path That I Choose that I talked about earlier, where It's a very cool thrashy song that has an amazing instrumental section to it, and I really like it. I might say it's a little bit better than Path That I Choose, but I think I've listened to the Path That I Choose a little bit more. Now the next thing is like a little instrumental called Reaching the End. The beginning notes sound almost identical to a song we'll talk about in the next album called Dante's Inferno. Like, it literally sounds the exact same chord notes to it as well, except Dante's Inferno is a little bit better. Now, the next song, the epic Travel in Stygian. That's a 9-minute amazing epic. It's a little bit different than the last one. From Iced Earth. This song is a lot different. It doesn't have a slow intro. This song gets right to the point, and it's just hard hitting all the way. There's not necessarily a big instrumental section to it, but whenever, like, they'll have a cool instrumental part and a nice riff, and then they'll have a different type of verse, and then another cool part. All these different layers and parts of the song, nothing repeats, it just keeps going and going. It's so progressive, it's hard to remember the style of song, but I remember the chorus is really, really cool, like the backing vocals are repeating stuff, and it's also kind of like Angel's Holocaust, where it's very, well, of course it's epic, but it has like a lot of keyboard and backing vocal stuff.